Hey guys, welcome back to the final episode this year of Year of the Dead.
Wow, it's been a year.
Yeah, it's been a whole year of the Dead.
Fair. It really hasn't been like bad movies, really.
No, and this might be the worst that we saw today.
Arguably.
Because there's no nostalgia behind it. We watched the final Return of the Living Dead, which is Return of the Living Dead: Rave to the Grave.
And like I've said like 30 different times on these, I love that name. I think there's so much you could do with a name, just Rave from the Grave. And did they do it though?
There
was a rave and there was
there was a
zombies,
grave,
so
and it
there was actually no graves in that.
Yeah, there was no graves,
which is unusual because there's usually a grave or two in
honestly.
Return of the Living Dead. They really like reanimating those corpses.
So what I was saying before to Shane before we started filming after the movie finished,
because we exist when we're not filming.
Yes, we do exist.
If you guys
and
know that.
I was thinking like this is definitely, it's not like the worst zombie movie out there, but it's
by far. It's
if here's the average, it's definitely below par.
It's below par for a bad movie, a bad zombie movie. I've seen much worse zombie movies. So in the end, it's like I would rewatch this.
I would like put it on the same thing as Survival of the Dead and Diary of the Dead. And Necropolis, the one we just watched last month, even though that one was more...
even though, like, I think
there's some nostalgia behind that one for me, but it's... Both of these are not great films, but they're not awful.
Yeah.
There are some returning characters. The main guy who survived the last one comes back in this. And then he had two friends, one of which is barely in it and quickly becomes a zombie, and then the other one...
She got scratched. So I'm like, so when in this whole universe does a scratch turn you into a zombie?
Yeah.
If you're gonna do that, you need to put that in the first few 4 movies or 3 movies.
But they do something a little different. So I looked it up. It was Trioxin 245.
Okay, so it's a different Trioxin.
Was like what it was for all of them, and then I swear it was Trioxin 245 for Necropolis, but this one is definitely Trioxin 5.
Oh,
now, whether or not it's different Trioxin or just a shorthand version of it, which is why you need a shorthand version of.
I don't know why you needed to change it up.
But technically, it's a different Trioxin.
See, the only reason you in a zombie movie to change up the whatever you're giving them to make it it's like, okay, normal zombies, and you want like a fast or like muscle bound or mutated zombie. That's the only reason to change it up. When they're the exact same zombies, why are you changing it up? There's no reason.
So I swear the last one was Trioxin 245, but the internet did not help me. I was recalling.
We probably should have watched these because they were shot back to back.
But I swear it was 245. This one's definitely 5. And then the uncle of the main character from the last one that kind of caused the zombie outbreak, he shows up in the beginning just to get bit by a zombie and die.
Yeah, he's like selling the Trioxin to... I'm still not 100% sure who those guys were. They kind of said they were Interpol at one point, but like you're not acting like you're Interpol.
Yeah,
you're like
I think
just
they're like
shooting people. So
shady Eastern European.
They definitely
syndicates.
But they sounded like Italian, so it's
and when it was also weird because they're the ones that's trying to buy the Trioxin, but then they do end up like they're kind of the good guys. They help the main character and them like kill the zombies. So I don't know.
I thought they like.
I don't know if they were being truthful when they called them Interpol.
But they come in at the very beginning. You're like, oh, stereotypical, Eastern European, mob.
Yeah.
And then like later on, you're like, are they good guys?
They have access to a helicopter later.
Bazookas.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
like
it's
multiple different types of machine guns. The dudes they shot a bazooka or obviously a rocket launcher of some type. And I'm pretty sure there was not anything in the tube at one point.
It was definitely
but yeah, but like at a car to blow up a zombie in it. So it's like
that was pretty cool. I'll give them that at least.
There's practical effects in this.
Yeah, so like Necropolis, actually a lot like Necropolis was everything on board. It is all practical effects. That doesn't mean like the effects are always great, but like I would take this over
average
CGI head explosion.
Yeah. Because this is still at the time where CGI might have been a little expensive. It's nearing the time where it's not, and then that's when you start getting. And a lot of times with like zombie movies, that's when they're bad. That's when they're almost unwatchable. It's like, bad like CGI blood and stuff. At least this like practical effects.
Yeah,
I will be like, it's a good enough movie for me to watch.
It was silly. It was dumb, but it was.
Which you kind of expect from parts of it. Did feel like the original kind of silliness of the like. there's like Night of the Living Dead type stuff where it's like serious, and then there's Return that's I don't think
goofy.
Just Return's whole thing is it's a non-serious take on the zombie, and I'm all for that.
I think this kind of hit the mark with some stuff.
Yeah, because there's a point where like the he was barely in it, but
there is a new Tar Man. He looks cool, but yeah, he is barely in it.
He's holding a sign like Rave or Rave or Bust,
trying to get hit, like trying to
hitchhike over to the Rave. Kind of so funny, goofy, silly, stupid. Yes.
I liked it. That was one of my favorite things. So what pretty much happens is they find, after the uncle dies, they find a canister in the attic of his house.
In a secret area of his house.
Yeah.
And I got the feeling in this movie that it was like they had amnesia and they didn't remember anything that happened.
Yes, that was one of the things that bothered me.
And it bothered me because like there's a point where they see like two people like brains and they're like, What's going on there? What do you know? They're not acting right. Let's go check it out. And it's like
they just survived a zombie outbreak.
What do you think you'd be like? That's a zombie. Zombie. I seen zombies.
2 years ago.
I saw someone get eaten by a zombie. That's a zombie. Zombie.
I don't know.
And it was just like, oh, what do you know? It was just like, it was really.
That what bothered me.
And then like they knew his uncle was involved in that whole thing from the Necropolis. They knew he was involved. They knew they were reanimating people with gases and stuff. But then he finds these gas canisters, and he's like, I don't know what this could be. You know, I'm going to show my friend that magically knows how to do, like, science. Because he did it. I don't think he did in the last movie. And then what do you know? He turns it into a drug.
Yeah, and then they give the drug, which is, it's a hallucinogen.
Yeah, he's like, there's like Jeremy. That's
DJJ.
Like, Jeremy J, G, 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 whatever. Stereotypical early 2000s, like, DJ, like, I'm a
Just get crunked, y'all.
Yeah, actually, yeah. And it was just kind of like, yeah,
there's not, the plot-wise is they make the drugs out of the gas canister, they give it to, like, the whole campus, and then a bunch of them start turning into
I told Sean,
the plot.
I actually think that has a lot of potential. I don't think it was executed properly. But I think, like, a whole, like, somebody makes a new, like, party drug that turns people into zombies.
I think that could work.
A lot of potential there. Especially at a college campus. Honestly, you could just call the movie Rave to the Grave, have that drug, and then everyone's popping that drug at a rave, and then they start turning. That would be such a cool way
Actually,
to do it.
that kind of does remind me, I'm pretty sure the TV show iZombie, I think the zombies start turning. Like, the original zombie started because of a drug that was made.
Was iZombie the one that was like... I don't think I ever watched iZombie.
Oh, I watched it on my own, and she eats people's brains and gets their memories and helps solve crimes based off those memories. Good show. I'm 100% for it.
I think...
Except the ending. I think they whiffed it on the final episode.
I think when it came out, and I know we're going on a tangent here.
Yeah.
I think it was like, and I'm super into zombies, I think I was like, they're making this a little too mainstream. Like, I'm not. I
think that was your thoughts.
Because
but it was
at the point where Warm Bodies was out, and I'm like, they're trying to, because
they kind of Twilightify it.
I'm like, they're trying to do Twilight, but with zombies, and I freaking love zombies, and you're ruining zombies, and now I should probably give it a watch. I'll give it a watch.
It is good. It's very violent.
Usually, like Sean was telling me, we were talking about the Resident Evil TV show, and he's like, don't watch it because I never did, and like. And he knows how much I like zombie movies. He likes zombies. So if he's telling me not to watch something like that, I'm gonna be like...
Also, another big tangent. You know what was an even worse show than Resident Evil?
What?
They made a Day of the Dead TV show.
Yeah,
where literally they just took the name Day of the Dead. It has nothing to do with anything.
Bam! Slapped it on there.
Super bad. Like, I made 2 episodes and I could not continue.
Yeah,
but
you told me
ideally, I would like to review it for this show.
You wanted me to watch it. I wanted to watch it, and then you watched it, and you're like,
no.
Don't watch it.
Not worth it.
And I trust, when it comes to that stuff, I trust. If Sean's telling me don't watch it, I would watch it for a review.
Yeah, that one we might, because it's technically part of the Dead universe, so maybe we will get to it, but not good. Anyways, not much more to say about Rave to the Grave.
I feel like for these, I need to keep a notebook when I'm watching for like my thoughts. I should do that. If we do another year.
The main character survived, and his love interest that was new to this movie.
So he's going to be in the next movie. That
Eastern European guys survive.
Eastern European Italian. We're actually not. They sounded Italian.
They call in support, which means a helicopter showed up to the Rave and started gunning them all down, and then it just shoots like a missile and destroys everyone, but the main characters.
They should have did that.
And that was it. That was how the movie ended. Like, there was no thing after that besides. Tarman.
Tarman's still around though.
Yeah, so Tarman's
he's gonna
still
show up at the rave. Be like,
so yeah, there's not much more to say about that.
There wasn't
movie
anything
besides
that was like a great kill. My favorite was when the one guy holds a gun to shoot the zombie, and this guy comes running across, shoots him in the chest. The guy falls. He's like, "Oh, hope he was a zombie." I don't think he was.
And here's the thing: it's not like he was shooting at that person, and then like that person ran in front of the way and got shot. He was like a good 2 feet away from him, and he
sprinted into it. But there was there any?
That was my favorite.
There was like a kill where the zombies go into where a band's playing, and the guy hits the zombie in the eye with drumsticks.
That was cool. They
a
chop off their head. Most of the zombies killing people though were just biting in the back of the head.
Yeah, that's like the thing.
I don't think the kills were as good as Necropolis. No. So
it's weaker than Necropolis, I would say. If you like Necropolis,
in hindsight, the kills
watch it. It's not that bad. It's not that bad of a movie when you.
But it is a big fall from grace when you compare it to the very first Return of the Living Dead.
Oh yeah. Well, look.
It's the equivalent of Survival.
I was gonna say, look at Survival.
Dawn, so
like
it is.
Honestly, I might watch Necropolis and this over Survival.
Probably because this one's more dumb.
Yeah, like I will take dumb, Dumb and Goofy makes a bad movie a little more tolerable.
Yeah.
Survival.
Acting was really bad.
I'd still watch probably Survival and Diary again, but with Diary, I remember we didn't watch that for over a decade. Probably a decade and a half, because we watched it once, maybe twice. I think maybe twice.
I think twice because it was one of the first zombie movies we saw.
Which?
Because you bought it in a 2-pack with Night of the Living Dead, but then we didn't watch it for a while until we started rewatching all the Living Dead movies, and then a big gap before now.
Yeah. What got us into zombies was World War Z, the book.
Yes, good book. I'm actually probably going to read it.
Phenomenal book. That book has been read by me 5 times. You've read it a few times. We loaned it to a few of our friends to read it. That's probably been the most read book that I own that I've loaned out to people. That should have. If Walking Dead didn't exist, that would have been a perfect TV zombie.
Yeah, and it was even built for it. But that's a story for another time. So yeah, pretty much that's all we got to say about Rave to the Grave. It's not amazing, but it's not the worst.
And the thing is, I think.
Might be the worst we watched this year.
I don't know if we're actually going to rank, because that's just a lot of thinking right now, and I don't feel like it. But I think you just by looking at the names and stuff, you could probably almost guess how it's going to rank. Obviously, the beginning Return of the Living Dead, and then the beginning of Romero's are all going to be intertwined up in the front, and then obviously
how would you rank Return of the Living Dead? Just these 5 movies, not compared to Romero.
Okay, so Return of the Living Dead probably 1 because that's my movie. That's my favorite zombie movie. Return, and then probably the second one. Maybe Necropolis, just because I really liked it. But Necropolis and 3 could probably, depending, but probably Necropolis 3 and then Rave to the Grave.
Mine's the same. Definitely, I would put Necropolis over 3. I think 3 is a better made movie.
Yeah.
But I think my nostalgia is keeping me alive with Necropolis. But that's how I would rank it too.
And I'd rewatch all.
Definitely the weakest Return of the Living Dead. But
Survival, I'd rewatch Survival. But give it a berth for a while. I think Diary, I could rewatch it. I'm gonna give it a berth for a while. I could probably rewatch all these in a month or 2 and still be like,
yeah, because these movies work better if you're just casually hanging out with friends.
Yeah.
Put these 2 movies on back to back,
and
it's gonna be hilariously
we were
bad
with friends,
to make fun
and we
of
just played even worse zombie movies, and it was fun because they were horrible, but we just had a blast making fun of them and stuff.
So it does work well for that. So that's it for Return of the Living Dead. It's it for Year of the Dead for this year. Maybe we'll do more next year.
I think we should do another year of it.
If anyone comments saying this is what they want, maybe we will. We'll see.
I'm going to comment on it.
Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see what
hopefully it's more zombies.
Next year brings. Yeah, hopefully it is more zombies. We've never done a season 2 of these.
And I think we have more fun with it. I think we've had slashers we could, but
we'll see. We'll see where we go in 2026.
I think with slashers are so oversaturated with slashers, at least zombies there's not as much.
Yeah.
So hopefully.
So we'll see. We'll see what the new year brings.
Have a good new year, and send more paramedics. Yeah.